Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever YouTube exclusive ITR live event. It is Wednesday, and we are doing a special Wednesday episode. We missed Monday's episode because of technical difficulties. The internet in the Illinois area was completely out, so we were unable to get the show on the air on Monday. So we are here now, and it is a scaled-down version. It is an old-school version of ITR Live. Just Vito and myself. I'm your host, Ben Jordan, along with Vito Tomaselli. And tonight we are naming this show the Mike Awesome Challenge. Our YouTube exclusive, the Mike Awesome Challenge. Everyone knows, if you are on social media at all these days, in the last week or so, you know all about the Ice Bucket Challenge. And it took almost an entire week, Vito, for you and I to get nominated for an Ice Bucket Challenge. I think most of our friends realized that the two of us are very unlikely to do any sort of Ice Bucket Challenges.
Oh, I would do an ice bucket challenge for different things. I just think this whole thing is, we'll get into it, but it's just not bringing awareness. It's like this is my fear, okay, for the whole thing. So let's say 5 or 6 years from now, right? Let's just say your buddy Joe comes up to you and he just goes, "Hey Ben, my dad's dying of Lou Gehrig's disease or ALS," and you're like, "Wow, what's that?" Now,
Right.
before they would go, "Oh, it's this terrible thing. It does this, this, and this, and it's there's no cure for it, and this is what it is." Now you're gonna say, "Remember that thing a couple of years ago when everybody was dumping fucking water on their heads?" And the instant reaction, you're gonna go, "Oh, yeah." Like you're gonna roll your fucking eyes to it. And you're gonna go, "Yeah," and they're gonna go, "Well, that was for that." Oh, good. Like now the stink of that is now around this thing that doesn't need stink around it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose the argument against that is, though, that it definitely is making money for them. I say what you will about that, but it is working out in their favor. They've raised a shitload of money.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised from a lot of people like you and I saying, "Stop fucking dumping waters on your fucking head and get in your bank account and pay these fucking people some money." I bet that helps more than it doesn't.
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest thing. That's my only beef, I think, with this whole Ice Bucket Challenge, is that there are a number of people, at least the people that I've seen that are on my friend list that are doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. I'm certain that they are not donating. I know that they're not, and I think that they
you don't
think
realize
that because they're doing it, they don't have to.
it's
And
either or. That was the challenge. The challenge was, if you're not going to do it, you got to dump a fucking bunch of water on your head. And that's when I was like, how is that equating?
Yeah, but it's not. You're supposed to donate either way. You're supposed to donate. You're supposed to donate at least $10 if you do it, $100 if you don't do it. That was what was supposed. You're supposed to donate either way.
This whole thing's all over the place. As you can hear some people go, "Now I was given the option to either dump this water on my head or donate. So here, I'm going to dump some water on my head." And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
fucking kill yourselves. Fucking kill yourselves. Jump off a fucking bridge head first and kill yourself."
Yes. So we finally got nominated by our buddy Jack Carpenter is his ring name, and he. So luckily for us, Paulie, Brandon, whatever his name is, went ahead and took the bullet for. Yeah, exactly. So he took the bullet for ITR Live and did the Ice Bucket Challenge for us. When it comes to Brooks doing it, Brooks is. I posted this on Facebook. Brooks is OG Ice Bucket Challenge. He has been doing the Polar Plunge, which is like a way manlier version of the Ice Bucket Challenge, for many years now, and I've donated consistently. I without questioning, I could say I've donated. I think every year that he's done it, I've donated to his cause. So I know he doesn't need to throw ice water on himself for charity to show that he's a good person. Brooks is OG Ice Bucket Challenge. But yeah, I had no interest in dumping water on myself. I did donate, and I took a picture. I think that I challenge people to take a picture of your donation. When you donate, there's a thank you screen that says thank you for donating. Or if you forget to do that, they send you an email. Just take a picture of the email showing that you actually did donate. I'm not asking you to say how much you donated, just that you donated, because that means a lot more than me seeing you dump water on your head. Then there's the whole other aspect of wasting water. I know it seems so petty to say that, but there are countries in this world that they don't have enough water to drink, and we're throwing it on our heads, for a Facebook trend.
I think what I hate the most, I just hate things that trend. I don't know why I hate them as much as I just hate followers. And I think people that trend anything are fucking followers. I just hate followers, man. That's why, like, some of this stuff you watch it, you're just like, you guys. I said this somewhere and someone got a kick out of it. Like, this is perfect for that big group of people that have never put themselves on YouTube. Like, I have hours of shit on YouTube. So and we're just used to being around it. But like someone like my sister, for example, like she's never had she has nothing viral of herself anywhere. This was a way for them to kind of do that, right? And film something and then upload it, and oh my god, now my friends can watch it.
Like, right, and you challenge your friends, and then it becomes a whole thing within your circle of friends. I get that. It spawns something different, but I mean, what bugs me is did your sister donate? You know, like, yeah, she's doing that, but did she donate? I don't know.
That's the point. I'm telling you, man. 94%, and I just looked it up here on vetoworld.com. 74% or 94% of everybody that did it didn't even know what ALS stood for, let alone donate a goddamn thing. So.
Yeah. So I mean,
call me cynical. I'm okay with it. So.
Yeah, it's great that they raised money here, and they've done the numbers don't lie. They've certainly made a lot of money for the cause, but in the end, it's just annoying me on my Facebook having to see. And then every celebrity on Earth has to do it, and then every talk show on Earth has to do it, and then every sports team has to do it.
It's a fucking cute gimmick, and I just fucking hate cute gimmicks. I'm all and I love things that go viral. I fucking love. I sit here at my desk, I upload something. Within a day, 1 million people have seen it. That's amazing to me. I love that. I'm for all that, and I can't get enough of it. But Jesus, titty fucking Christ. Yeah. I mean, fuck, man.
So we here at ITR Live have decided we are going to start our own challenge, right, Vito? This is actually your idea, so I want you to explain this. This is the Mike Awesome Challenge, and we are challenging every listener of ITR Live to please take the Mike Awesome Challenge.
I'm going to my parents' house and getting my old action figures, and I'm going to make 45-second shorts of people doing the Mike Awesome Challenge, by the way. So the Mike Awesome Challenge goes as sorts. If you know the Mike Awesome story, then this isn't news to you. But what we're challenging to all of you ITR listeners is we want you to call all your friends, everybody you know, invite them over for a party, tell them it starts around 2, and just to come on in, okay? When they come in, they're going to find you hanging dead right in your archway or wherever you like to do it. And then like all your piss and shit and insides will be on the ground. Your neck will be stretched by like, I don't know, a foot or so, because your skin's super elasticy. So once your spinal cord goes, your neck just stretches straight up. So
have you seen the photos of Robin Williams?
That's called the Mike Awesome Challenge. So and then before you do it, you got to call out who you want to do it next.
Next, I want fucking Axel Rotten to take the Mike Awesome Challenge.
So what I'm gonna do is and I'm not kidding, I'm gonna get my wrestling figures, my old ones, and I'm gonna make some videos in the upcoming weeks of the Mike Awesome Challenge that will be sent in for us.
Right. Yeah, and obviously for those of you that don't know, Mike Awesome killed himself that exact way. He called all his buddies over, said, "Hey, come on over, we're gonna have beer and watch fucking football tonight." And all his friends showed up, and he was hanging from his fucking ceiling.
Oops.
Like, what kind of fucking animal does that? You must hate your friends in order to want them to do that.
Find friend for a second. Come find me dead, so that the rest of your life's fucked.
Yeah, like you are scarred forever. You remember me hanging at my house when I invited you over to watch football.
Yeah. I think it's only fair to play then. Did you see our boy Johnny Kisses? Or Johnny Armani's? Did you see his?
No. Oh God, I can't imagine that it's not anything less than classic.
And this is kind of what I'm talking about as far as like he cuts a
damn well Johnny Kisses not doing it.
By the way, his is over 2 minutes long.
Yes, of course it is. Everyone else's are like 10 seconds, 30 seconds at most. His is 2 minutes. Oh, I can't wait. Please share your screen. I have to see it.
And he cuts a rest. This is what I mean by it. Like when I started seeing this, I'm just like, that's not what this is for. That's not what we meant to do.
You're doing it wrong.
You're wrong. Stop doing that. Here's this. Okay. And,
oh, Jesus. Look at him with his fucking belt on. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, of course. So let's do this.
And he's calling himself Johnny Black now?
He's Johnny Black now. Yeah, he's Johnny Black's best day. We saw the promo here when Jimmy Blaze busted him open, and now he's Johnny Black. So
got it.
Enjoy. That's what this is all about anyway. This is Johnny, our boy, Johnny Kiss, Johnny Armani, Johnny
Black.
Black.
Right,
Yeah, Great American Patriot, Mike Webb, any name you could think of, he's gone by it, and here we go.
Name is Angry Johnny Black.
By the way, he took "Angry" from our show from the Angry Johnny song, which is would probably be a great time to play Angry Johnny after this. No,
absolutely. That sounds like real radio right there.
Yeah, I don't think we played Angry Johnny in a while, so I'll dig that up. Here we go.
And this is Norma Jean. We've been nominated by Nicole Flint for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. We accept. And our nominees are as follows. The POW Entertainment World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Joey the Pitbull Chi-Chi. No surprise. The owner and founder, the CEO of POW Entertainment, Psychotic Jimmy Blaze. And yeah, Norma Jean and I set this one up especially for this young man.
Oh my God.
The third nomination is for the President of the United States of America, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. Mr. President, you and I are two Chicago boys. I'm sure you don't want to let down the ALS Foundation, Chicago, myself, or our country. Next step is up to you, Mr. President. Now, I'm not using fresh bottled water that all the famous athletes and musicians and entertainers are using. No, I'm using pungent putrescence from the Chicago and Fox River. This ain't your mama's drinking water. I'm ready. Mr. President, are you?
You know what's great about it? He's really good at cutting promos. Like you can't deny that. Like it's just the content that he chooses to use is always wrong. Like,
right.
He knows how to cut promos.
Yeah. Nice flip flops, asshole.
And his tights.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Ah! What do you have? I need coffee. You can pour that on me now.
See, and I think it ends here, but would it have been great if someone just like hucked a bunch of fucking goddamn coffee on him? I thought that would have been like the greatest way to end that ever.
Yeah, it's as ridiculous as you'd expect from him. So
it's fantastic actually. So.
Have you seen any of these Ice Bucket Challenge fail videos, which are more entertaining than anything?
Somebody did an awesome compilation where they cut out and they threw them into one. So now it's one video and it's just up to like the second before it happens, so you don't have to sit through all the bullshit. I'm gonna find it right now.
Perfect, yeah, because that's funny too. Like the BuzzFeed is a website that I go to a lot throughout the day, and they did like 22 reasons or 22 Ice Bucket Challenge fails, and a number of them are from people that are pushing something off of a deck. That's the best part. Is that every time someone goes to do one and they're standing under a deck, it always ends poorly because no one knows how to dump the water over the edge without making the whole bucket fall down on top of them. It's so dramatic.
And the person took those 22 and made this, so he shortened.
Okay.
You have to click on each one and start each one. Oh, but hey, while we're setting that up here, we did promise this.
Yes.
Pro wrestling's real, bitch. Everything I say is real. If you don't like it, if you want to dispute it, fuck you. Because I lived it. I can prove that it is real. So fuck off. Johnny Armani. Triple H. And I got 2 champion belts. Fuck you. Bitch. 2 fucking belts. I'll take $300. I don't look like a pro wrestler. My spot. On TV. I can fuck better than that in my sleep. I'm not certain I have it.
I can do it to you gently.
Fuck off.
I can do it
Fuck off.
Yeah,
I can do it with precision. I can do it with gourmet taste.
Knock him in the throat.
But either way, I wanna kill you.
How bad you like this pig? The one and only song. Johnny Armani. Listen, man. Johnny Armani. Randy Savage. Who the fuck does he think he is?
I can do it in a church. I can do it any time or place. I can do it like an angel to quiet down your rage. But either way, either way, I wanna kill you.
He made me look like a dumbass.
I wanna blow you.
That pissed me off. Johnny Armani. Greg Valentine. Two belts in two different organizations. Johnny Armani. Some punk-ass little less intelligent, less sophisticated. Get yourself a $5,000 paycheck? Fuck you.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is so good. Like, I don't know why, but Greg Valentine out of nowhere just totally got me right there. I choked on that one. That was
Yes. Like Chucky Smooth said, that is ITR's Mona Lisa. So.
The Angry Johnny song?
Yes, that is.
Really? That's what Chuck Smooth says. That's our Mona Lisa.
Yeah, he goes. If you ever want to introduce your show, or however he said it, but in paraphrasing, because I don't remember exactly what he said now, is that if no one knows about your show, you just play them that, and that's all they need to know about your show. Hey, so okay, we're definitely gonna play that challenge, but there's something else that I found that I just think is awesome for this show, and I almost think we should use this because it's a minute it's 1 minute and 36 seconds long, and I think we should do it every show for a smoke break. Because it's this old man crushing this fucking bong, just crushing the fuck out of it, okay? And I just think it's fantastic.
I'm interested in this.
It's so random, but it's so awesome. This guy has a YouTube page dedicated to him just getting high, and it's fucking great. Okay, so here we go. Wait till you see this guy, and he's cool, and he's listening to rap music in the background, like he's super fucking cool.
Wow.
And by the way, when we're this guy's age, we're gonna be this guy. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's check it
Here
out.
we go. 1 minute 30.
It's time for Wake and Bake Saturday morning. You ready for Christmas? Yeah.
Jeez.
Hard on the clock, 22s on the whip, 23 in the hill, I still stab down. Making whole shoes up, I've been ripping for a living, girl, like she shoot, yeah, I still stab down. I'm tipping Mike C, North Palms, California, representing HLME. This is hard, getting to a real artist, hard in the bank to the basket. And then you lose, when you hard, then you far-fetched. Make them in a yard stretch, can't even make the Corvette. I'm just a two-set, make it sound. And it's speed while you do swag. Yeah, we do this mercenary music. Talking to me crazy about to die for some new shit.
I was born and bred there. So we eat pills and cocaine there. Only my aim there. Now I'm on type shit. This was sports, man. You niggas is marks, man. I'm realer than real. On my own in the ghetto, was killing me killed. I'm not $1 bill. And it's all that moved me. Broke goals at the block, so I'm bitch.
Where to go?
What? Come on! What did I just see? How?
I told you, amazing, right?
How's that even possible? That's
Dude's old school as fuck. His lungs just take that shit right on in.
I can't imagine. My lungs couldn't do a tenth of that. Like how? And then to take it in so much and to be able to hold your breath so long that the smoke disappears. You basically inhale all the smoke.
And it goes nowhere. It just stays in your lungs.
Yeah, that can't be all that healthy. But he's that old ass dude, so I can't imagine this is something he just started. So,
do you want to see? Because the other video is tied to this. This is biggest blunt ever, 28 grams. Do you want to see them roll a 20 blunt?
Yes, I do.
It's 12 minutes long, so we don't have to sit there the whole 12 minutes. But I'm intrigued. But so, what do you think? Do you think we should just blast this guy's YouTube page once a week and show you him just fired
Hell
off?
yeah. This old ass dude ripping bongs? Absolutely. Yeah, he's totally ITR live, man.
Yeah, it's
Now
called.
we need to contact him and get him on the show is what we need to do.
Yeah, it's called Grandpa Hits the Bong. Pretty simple. Search it, it pops up, and he has a whole page of him just smoking weeds.
Wow. Speaking of trying to get people on the show, I have now, I believe Brandon, Pauly, whatever his name is, tried this before, but I'm going to try it again, and it's got me to actually sign back up for Twitter. But
Who is it?
I want Todd Pettengill on this show.
Oh, I would just sit there and suck his dick for an hour.
Oh man, I so want to. I want to know, how come Todd Pettengill has never gotten a back at Raw, like just a random, like, hey, it's Todd Pettengill. There's a story there, and that's what I want. Is why is Todd Pettengill not in the WWE Hall of Fame? He was like the face of the WWF in the 1990s.
More importantly, and I owe you $5 if you can come up with this. Who was the girl that did the show with him?
Oh, I could picture her. I could describe her to you, but I don't.
You got 10 seconds.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know her name, but I could tell you what she looks like. I could picture her in my head.
Looked like the mother from. Remember Tim the Toolman Taylor had the fucking show.
Yeah. Home Improvement. Yeah.
Home Improvement. Yeah, it looked like his wife, kind of.
Yes, kind of. She was kind of manly looking in a way too. Like I don't know, but I know who you're talking about. They hosted WWF Mania together.
Yeah. It was like a mom and dad, or like brother sister. It seemed like it came off very brother and sistery, very shitty.
Yeah. So I want to get to the bottom of Todd Pettengill and the story of.
We're not the first shithead podcast deal looking for Todd Pettengill.
And he's a radio personality in New York, so like he is visible. He's still out there. He's part of like a morning zoo radio show where he's like the host. Yeah, so I mean, there's an angle that we can get, like, but just come on, goddammit. So I've been pestering the shit out of him on Twitter, like every day, like, hey, can you please come on our show? God damn it, please come on our show.
Oh, Mike Phillips, Stephanie Wyland, yes, or Wyand, or is it Wyland?
What are we talking about?
The bitch that was with Todd Pettengill. I just got word from the streets.
Oh, is Mike Phillips is listening live?
Yes, Stephanie Wyatt.
That does sound familiar. Yes.
Yeah, Stephanie Wyand, W-I-A-N-D. That doesn't sound right, but it's close. Stephanie something like that. Unless he's for me.
If Mike Phillips is out and about and he's listening to the show, he should come on.
Hey Mike, I'm gonna send you an invite because there's less people on right now, so it might work a little better for you. Let's do this. While I send him an invite, let's go to. I want to see a 48 gram blunt get made. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking loud shit. Chris Cohen, nigga, I was fucking smoked out.
This is City Nice Engineering.
Smoked out. Smoked out. All these fucking switches, I been smoked out. Smoked out. Smoked out. 28 grams, I been smoked out. Smoked out. Smoked out.
Shit's a job, bro. I feel bad for the people at the med shops. I gotta twist up them pre-rolls all day, bro. This Kush, bro. It's one blunt, bro. All I see is the homie over here, bro. The fuck? We ain't twisting.
See nice engineering. Yeah. Still KG. Shit, nigga. Yeah, my nigga Doc in the building. What up? Shit, Sonic Boys. ICB, nigga. We smoking.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
And we got that bum niggas smoking regular. Yeah, we fit it right, you niggas looking regular. So we got that work, nigga.
That is so much weed. Whoa.
Niggas not playing, bro. Niggas see nice. I called it see nice like, hey, bro, we about to twist up an ounce in the blunt. He was like, yeah, whatever, bro. Hey, yeah, this is you. Nigga, I never seen nothing like this in my life. This is Jamaican shit, bro. Motherfucking burrito right there, bro. Wow. You ever seen something like that in your life, OG? This is when you were on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
We're stoners. Lighters in the air if you love your weed. Granddaddy P or maybe an OG. We're stoners. We're stoners.
Hey, break it down, twist it up, OG, burn it up. I'm getting high like a hippie. I'm smoking top shelf with Nicky. A couple packs of them Swisher Sweets. Now your girl laying in my sheets. I give her 5 before I give mine. Dine and dash and it's to the cash. Pass these hoes like a blunt of perp. Mix that perp with that 7-Up. Everywhere we go, we turn it up. Good food, OG, and some bad sluts. Waking up high, then I spark it up. Flying in the clouds when I light it up. Got your bitch twisting up.
Lighters in the air if you love your weed. Granddaddy P or maybe an OG. We're stoners. We're stoners.
Yeah, I got to see the finished product here.
Look at this.
Bro, that sounds, this is the real deal.
Dr. V, wicked weed.
It's not stress, bro. It's just kush. Oh, stress, bro. It's kush. 28, bro.
Look at that thing.
80 years old history right there. First time ever smoking this. No, this gonna take like 3, 4, 5. Y'all ready for this?
It's a variety of
Kush, no cuts, bro. No games. This is filled up, bro. Kush. We got other ones to spark too, so.
I'm just messing with you.
Ready?
2 at a time.
Y'all ready for this, bro? We about to spark, bro. Come on.
One love, Dr. V.
This right here, bro. It's the Soul Title Smoke Out. Little Tricky, relax too. No, bro.
That girl needs to shut the fuck up.
Tough Tony, huh?
Hey, 28
I like the music they selected.
Yeah.
We going out for 2012.
Let's just skip through a little bit here, and then we'll come back.
This hot shit, your shit is garbage. This shit is pride, man. I turned it to an awesomeness. I'm tatted, you fucking ratchet. Ain't no way stopping this. I'm smoking.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
So to tie back to what we were talking about a minute ago, by the way, we want to put it out there one more time. We're putting it out there, everybody. The Mike Awesome challenges are for real. Whenever you're ready to do it, just call it. It's at minimum 3 friends, right, Ben? Isn't that what we decided?
Right. Hashtag ITR live.
Right, please. It is take this serious. Let's make this the next viral thing, okay? And what I'm looking for you to do is, if you don't want to kill yourself, which I don't blame you, take old action figures, narrate over the top of it, make it funny. And let's get this shit out there because I think this is the next trend. I think this is it, Ben. What do you think?
Man, I almost wish I had action figures now, and now I'm going to have to start. I think I'm going to have to go through Ian's toy box here, and I think I'm definitely going to have to be filming a Mike Awesome challenge. So
because it's funny, it's like I kind of pictured already. Like it'd be really simple, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And like you can make like a little cell phone out of like paper and put it in like one of the guy's hands, and then you just voice over it. Hey, I'm calling out my buddies Joe, Trevor, and Tucker, and then ring. Hey Joe, Trevor, Tucker, yeah, and then you go to the next figures and they're all standing by a phone, the 3 of them in the same shot, right? Obviously, right? Yeah, come on over. I'm having a huge party, and then you just hear ding dong, and they come in, and I'm just fucking hanging right there. I'm telling you, the Mike Awesome challenge. It's like a 40-second clip. It's not a lot,
Billy Whack, I'm putting it out to you right now. You have more than enough time and more than enough action figures to make plenty of these.
Come on,
I'm tagging you in this. I'm tagging you in this video so that you will watch this and hear us do this. All the He-Man characters you have, all the action figures you have. For the love of God, please make us some Mike Awesome challenge videos.
Yes, please do. And then, so by the way, I'm going to reshare this screen here, Ben Jordan, and we're going to watch the compilation of fails because these are just fucking great. This
these
is
are awesome.
exactly, what it should be here. Hold on, let's bring this up here because it's worth full screen. Oh, what does that mean? Hold on, what does that mean? Let's do this. Let's do this. Nice tits, by the way. There you go. Boom and boom.
Did you get it?
Yeah, we got it, honey. I didn't know the Bella twins did that.
Somebody should be doing this for me.
Ooh, it got both of them.
Mel and Robbie. You have 24 hours.
I got her.
Oh my God, there's blood!
And President Barack Obama.
Oh, I did not mean that.
Here we go, buddy.
Oh shit! No! Hey, come here!
And death of the Reedies.
Let her in, boys.
Oh, whole garbage can.
It just broke.
AS. Oh, wait. ALS. Woohoo!
Exactly.
ALS.
Jesus Christ!
That's funny.
Queen Greetings.
Wasn't that great?
The stupidity of America coming out right there.
Yes, and did you see that thing I posted, Ben? Hold on, let me get rid of this screen. I posted about that. It was one of the dudes in the shower. He's a black dude, and he was going to do the fire challenge, and then he stops, and he's like, "What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with your generation?" Have you seen that?
You posted it. I started watching it, and I thought he was really going to do the fire challenge, and I didn't want to watch that, so I stopped watching.
Yeah, here he basically. I'm not going to paraphrase. Why do we got to paraphrase? We have it right here in front of us. Hold on.
Sure, and yeah, Adrian actually posted a great one on my wall today too. That's great. I'll send it your way so you could play it.
Yes, post it up on my wall. So I'm gonna share this here now. Boom, this way, and I kind of agree with this. And I hate to say this because I never want it to be the old guy going, "What's wrong with your generation?" But I think he hits the nail on the head here.
I don't see it here, babe. It's not here anymore.
I'm not about to burn myself, you dumb bastards. You can hurt yourself. Irreversible damage. When did burning yourself become cool? What's wrong with y'all generation? Get a book or something. Learn how to read better than you can rap. Something real wrong with y'all. Quite frankly, y'all generation ain't shit.
And it's true. Ben, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's stupid. I never got this idea of the fire challenge. Like, I'm gonna light myself on fire and see how long I can go.
It sounds like a rib, and like someone went, "Oh, I'll do that," and then like, "What? You'll light? Okay, yeah, light yourself on fire." And like, no one ever told anybody it was just a fucking rib. You know?
Right? Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like, and then it's one of those things that catches on, and stupid people do it. I don't know. And as far as the one that Adrian posted on my wall, it's gone off my wall now.
Dude, this is what happens, man. Sometimes Facebook deletes shit, man. If somebody reports it or hates it or does something, or there was harassment or someone complained because someone called them ugly, they delete shit.
Yeah, and this one was just a real poignant thing where they just kept pulling notes out of a bucket, and basically the notes kept saying the ending was basically donate, don't throw fucking water on yourself.
Exactly. It's and yeah, and you know what, man? Because I probably came off a little wrong too. Like I say, I'm all for things that get the word out there. It's just, come on, man. Just have a little bit about it, learn about it, read about it if you're gonna do anything. I don't know, man. I think donating is even weird. We could talk about that for a few minutes, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't donate often, but I did donate to this cause, so it worked in that sense. It worked me in that sense that it got me to donate to their cause. Well, only because I wanted to prove a point, you know, that I'm not going to do it, but I will donate because, you know what, it's a worthwhile cause, and
yeah,
I've spent you know a little amount of money on dumber shit. So
you know what I'm learning over time, man, and I hate to be so like I've just gone through so many changes lately, and like you and I we don't see each other on like a friendly basis anymore like we used to. So it's kind of weird. Like we really don't really know each other day to day anymore. Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
So it's kind of weird to have some of these conversations, but I forgot where I was even going because I just made a point. What were we talking about?
You were. Yeah, Ms. Ollie.
Oh my God, yeah. And not only that, I've just got some really good everything right now, and I didn't eat anything all day today, and I'm just drinking. By the way, Jewel sells these, those deals, those Crystal Light deals.
Uh-huh.
I don't drink pop anymore, so this is like what I do. Crystal Light, the peach mango with caffeine.
Okay. I'm not a big peach mango guy, but
guess what? I don't like peaches or fucking mangoes. But it had caffeine in it, and there was only it was grape and caffeine. Only grape, and this one had it. So I'm like, I like the caffeine, so I got it, right? And I left it in a drawer for about 6 months. Never fucking touched it. And now I'm out of the ones I like. So I'm like, I want the caffeine, and I'll try it. Oh, it's a flavor I've never had before, and I love it. It's a new flavor. Like you know what I mean. You like juice, or you like kind of Kool-Aids. You like different random drinks.
Yeah.
Points, right? Or like a slushie on some days, or like coffee in the morning. Like you enjoy drinks, correct?
Right, exactly. And I don't drink pop anymore myself.
Okay, this is something that's such an alternative that has really nothing in it. I mean, there's a little bit of aspartame in it, but I only use like out of one of the packets to put in a whole bottle. I only use, I'd say, like a third. Maybe half and half. Maybe. I think I do about, if I'm being honest, I probably do half and half more than I do a third because it's hard. There's only like this much in the bottom of those sticks, so it's kind of hard to get it exact. But you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. When you have a lot, it's too much. Like for me, I'm not a sugary and salty guy. I've gotten away from that, and it's perfect. I can't put it out enough.
Adrian drinks those fucking Crystal Light things like they're going out of style. So
peach mango, just look at, they're like $2. If you hate it,
as you start talking, she's actually sitting in the room with me. She's off camera, but
bring her over for a second. Let's talk about it.
Start talking about it.
Hey, yo, Adrian, get over here. I want to talk to you for a second. Don't be stupid. Get over here. Is she doing the fire challenge right now? Is that why she can't come on camera?
Man, I really want to fucking have sex with this 12-year-old boy right now.
What's up, Adrian?
What's up, Beto?
What's good? What's good? How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Good, really good. How is Texas? Are you guys getting in where you fit in or what?
No.
No? Tell me a little bit about it. What's going on?
Just Texas. It's hot.
And you've always lived there, right?
Yeah, I'm from here.
That's pretty awesome.
This little bitty town.
And that's just it. Like, see, I'm from a little itty bitty town too, but I'm really only like an hour and 15 minutes out of downtown Chicago, which makes me not in a little city, right? But you live like how far, say, driving distance from a major city?
The biggest city we have is about an hour and a half away, but we're about 5 hours from the Metroplex, from Dallas. So
From Dallas. Okay, so
yeah.
5 hours. Now, this is weird. People that live, say, like I was in McHenry. Okay, so like I say,
Right.
let's just say I'm an hour from like the city events, right?
Right.
Anybody more north, east, or west of me, and I shouldn't say east because that's by the city, but anybody any further from me, any amount of time, just stop traveling. That was kind of too far to go to stuff, unless like once a year they go to a Cubs game or something, right? So being 5 hours from something like that, you guys don't ever really go out to, say, Dallas, do you?
No, but a lot of people do. There's
They do.
people that'll go to a Rangers game every weekend.
No kidding. And
yeah.
then they get a hotel, obviously, though, right?
Right. Sometimes, sometimes you just drive back. We're used to the drive. It's not a big deal to us.
Right. Okay. So I guess that's an ignorant thought of mine. How many people were in your city, like, growing up? Like, what was your population?
About 12,000.
So that's not far off. Yeah, I think
No.
Ben and I think we were at, like, growing up, we were like at 13, then 15, then 17, and I remember going up a couple thousand a year. Is Ben saying yes or no to that? Does he remember that?
Yeah, he's shaking his head, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not far off. I think it's just a distance thing because, of course, you're probably into it, but I bet you're not a normal breed, right? Like probably a lot more people don't do it than do it, right?
Right.
That's pretty cool. So I don't know. I guess I'm envious of that kind of environment. Did you ever see the movie Varsity Blues?
Of course, I've seen Varsity Blues.
Is that just like you guys? Is that like exactly how your community is?
Sure.
That's awesome. I was talking about that movie last week, and I'm not kidding. It's I hate to say it's my favorite movie because then someone could trump that, I'm sure. But
No, it's fucking great.
Isn't it like the greatest
It's fucking
movie
great.
ever?
I was over here shaming Ben last weekend because he said he'd never seen it.
Oh, it's so good,
It's
and it's
great.
like, yeah, it just reminds you of everything that's cool about high school, right? Like if that's like the perfect painted picture of high school. Like I like the promo, and I would play it, but we get kicked off of YouTube now when we play stuff. But there's like the promo with the star guy before he fucks his leg up, right? And he's like, and it's an auditorium, right, for the assembly, and he's standing there, and he's like, last night, and all the girls are just like, oh, yeah. He's like, last night, when I was sleeping. And he has that fucking, the hillbilly fucking accent, right? And all the girls are fucking melting, right? And then he's like, and then I woke up, or I was dreaming, and everything he said, they pop for it step by step. Isn't that every guy's fucking dream in a sense? Did you guys have anything like that in your school? Did you guys have those kind of moments?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Pep rallies every Friday. It was just like that. Just like that.
No kidding. And then was your football team good?
Yes, we were very good.
That's pretty cool. I don't know why I care about any of this, but it's just kind of cool. So when are you guys coming out here? When's it coming next?
It's probably Christmas break is probably the next chance we'll get to come down.
Christmas break. You mean kids are in school? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like that frame?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Second week of December.
That'll be pretty awesome. And now let's throw a huge wrench in it because I'm like an hour and 15 minutes away from his whole family now. But you guys have a bedroom and a setup and your own bathroom, and you guys can kind of come and go as you please. I'm just putting it out there if you're looking for a weekend getaway away from everybody. So.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Absolutely. When are you guys coming this way?
You know what? I don't know if you heard or not. I got promoted.
Right.
I'm a sales manager now. I was supposed to start September 1st. But I started today. I had orientation today, and I started going through today. So I'm now a Monday through Friday person. I got to now prove myself, and this is now the busy season, so it's perfect. So if I do everything right and I play my cards right, 2015, I'm going to have a lot more freedom to come and go as I like to do what I want to do. It doesn't mean I can't, I don't have to work as hard, but I'll be able to know, hey, in March or in this or in that, I can do a vacation. And mark my words, I want nothing more to see it than to go down there and do it because I want to see Ben's situation down there. And just so you know, he's a completely different person, and I think it's fucking awesome. And I won't say too much because he's sitting right there, but you should know that he's a complete different person, and you've changed him for the complete better. So he's more of a complete person, and I think it's fucking cool. And
I didn't change him.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I just say it's genuine. Your guys' love and affection for one another is genuine, and I'm a person. I profile and I judge, and I judge a lot, and I think it's cool, and I just want to say I'm glad that you guys are doing what you're doing.
Well, cool. Thanks.
Now get off my show and get Ben back on here.
Thank you.
Yes.
I thought you guys were just going to talk about Crystal Light.
Oh, I never even talked to her about the goddamn crystal light. See, what happens is, man, I'm on one right now, and I wanted to talk to her.
You got into interview mode. That was
But
the
yeah,
first time she's ever been. She's ever that was her first official grilling in ITR history. Like, she dodged a huge bullet when we came up there. When we the first time I brought her up there, and she was in studio the whole time.
Yes.
She avoided the interrogation. Then she just got a taste of what it could have been like if everyone had focused on her. It could have gotten very ugly for her.
You know what? It's really easy with me though. If you just, I'm never rude. I'm never anything. I might throw random stuff to see what you take. It's just fun conversation, and let's kind of see where it goes, and then we go from there. And when it's done, I usually Dr. Pepper you, but she didn't get that.
Right, she's on the non-Dr. Pepper status.
Yeah, pretty much at this point. No, but I meant everything I said, and it's cool. So, bummer that you live as far away to kind of rope back around why we don't talk every day. I think it's probably what that came from. I think it's cool, and I think it's good that we still do this show. I still I'm dumbfounded that we have 100 episodes. I'm dumbfounded that we stream now from YouTube, and I'm able to have this cool banner where I can do this with my finger and show my.
Right, I can do the same thing now. And people can
I've always wanted to say like and by the way now we need like a phone number to pop up, and I can go. You can call 900 909 9900 and get the Mean Gene report.
That would be awesome. I mean, if anyone's listening live, and I guess I could refresh and see if there how many people
we have 2 viewers. I think it's on my end. It says 2 viewers, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it still says like 2. One of them is Mike Phillips. So.
Yeah, I sent him a message, and I can't log. He has to ask to be my friend. I can't see for some reason I can't do it while this is going on. So let me refresh this screen and go here. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But
let me say this: if people are out there and they're watching this episode, this YouTube exclusive episode of ITR Live, if you're following with ITR and you normally listen to us on Spreaker, and because you're so desperate to hear us talk that you now have given in and we're watching this YouTube show, join in. If you have Google Hangouts. All you need is a Gmail email address. Sign up for Google Plus.
Yeah, search Vito Tomaselli, and you'll see my photo of me sitting in my office. I'm really easy to find. Just send me a request, and then hit me up on Facebook, because I don't. It doesn't ding in on this side. I don't have that set up that way. So you have to just send me a message on Facebook, and you'll be on. Vito Tomaselli, find me all the way around, and it's easy. We love chopping it up. You saw what we did with Yo Adrian right there. It's fun just to get people's perspective. I think it's cool for ITR fans too, because they've always heard it, and like the legend that is Yo Adrian, they don't know anything really about her. So.
And also, all you have to do is be our friend on Google Plus, and if you log into Google Plus while we're live on the air, it brings it up on your wall, and and then it says Join Hangout, and it's as simple as clicking on that button, and it will patch you right into us, and you'll be a part of the show, and you can talk about anything. There's free reign. Anything you want to talk about, you want to question us about anything we're talking about. We encourage you. That's the next step, the next evolution of this show. If you're going to ask me the one thing that we need to do to take the show to the next level is audience participation. We need more audience participation. We've passively begged for the first 100 episodes for people to contact us.
We don't make it easy, though. Like we don't have a real easy just pick up your phone, dial, and call in. But now with this Gmail, everybody has a Gmail. Like 75% of cell phones out there are Android users. If you have Android, you have a Gmail. So whatever your Gmail is, just come on, log in, and then when you go to Google, here, I'm going to walk everybody through it. Is that a good idea? Should I walk how you...
Might as well, right? This is a visual thing. It's a chance for us to show how can you join the excitement of ITR Live.
Okay, so I got my screen all set up. Let me do this. Let me save this. No, this is important. I think this is super important. Okay, so here we go. This. Okay, so you see, go to Google. If you're signed in, see where... I don't know if... Do you see my mouse on your guys' side? Do you see it?
Absolutely, yep.
So here, Ben, first I got to freeze the screen so they're not going to see you for a minute, okay? So here you go. See where it says Vito Plus? That's where you're going to click on that. Once you click on it, this is where you're going to search now people and stuff. I don't think you can do it from the Google search menu. Then it's going to give you a Google search. You have to get into Google Plus first. So now you're in Google Plus, okay? So you search, and you're just going to search Vito Tomaselli. See, I'm right here up top. Click this icon. When you click it, it's going to take you right to my page. And then in this section right here, under my name, it's going to say like, add to circles or follow, whatever it says there. Just click right in that you're in. And let me get rid of this fucking shit. And then click that you're in, and I'll see you on our end, and then we'll go from there. It's really simple. And then another thing, Ben, while you're at it, that's the same way that you would have been able to do the show with Brooks this week if you knew how to do this. Same setup, get to this point, click on profile. you're going to click on Hangouts. Now you have to do Hangouts from this part to be able to go live to YouTube, okay? And I'll show you. Just get a YouTube page. It takes 2 seconds. I'll even do it for you and just give you the password. Then you're going to click on Hangouts from here, and then you're on. It's that simple, okay? So anybody that wants to use Hangouts, it's there. I'm glad that we're starting to use it more, and I know Trump is loving it now, and they're doing it over at Rip Radio Network. So this is another thing that we were doing first, Ben. I think we've always been really good at getting out ahead of everybody else and doing something different, and we don't really get the credit for that a lot of the time.
Right, and people get mad at us for tooting our own horn sometimes. But I agree, and we kind of caught some backlash from Trump and the guys over at Rip Radio when we kind of when they had made a big post about how they were debuting and they were doing it, and I wasn't even like trying to say, I was just kind of saying, congratulations, it's awesome. This is another thing that, we were kind of on the forefront of, and I'm glad you guys are on board with this. It's really cool. And then they kind of fired back. I don't know if it was Trump or just someone who has like a login for Rip Radio Network on their Facebook page, kind of fired back with, you didn't invent radio kind of thing. And I was like, whoa, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that Google Hangouts itself is not something that people are using for their radio show at this point. The big podcasts, no one's using this, and I don't understand why. Why wouldn't Steve Austin use this in addition to his podcast? Getting all the same advertisers and then having it on YouTube where you get enough listens or enough views, and YouTube is paying you for your content. So it makes no sense to me that these super popular, like Joe Rogan's got his own setup where he's already doing it. He doesn't need Google Hangouts. He's got multiple camera shoots. He's way ahead of the curve on that. But a guy like Steve Austin or Colt Cabana, why aren't you recording your stuff on Google Hangouts and putting it right up on YouTube and letting people interact with you live? Imagine if Steve Austin had a fucking Google Hangout and you could fucking log in and be on a fucking Google Hangout with Steve Austin and ask him any question you wanted. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be like the coolest shoot tape ever.
And it would be so interactive and so many people would come to it, and that's kind of what we're looking for here. So even if you don't have a camera, you want to just chop it up, man, just give us a call. We're super laid back and we want to talk about anything. So
yeah, you don't need a camera in order to be part of the Hangout. I think you could still, almost like a phone call on your phone, Google Hangouts has an app. So just you can log in through that, and I think you can turn the video off and just be audio and be a part of the show as well. So and there's gonna have to be a way. There's gonna be a way before it's all said and done, and you'll have some sort of phone number or something.
Yeah, and we'll get it out to you guys. But just kind of moving in a little bit here too. TNA got a push through the end of the year for their TV deal.
I saw that. Interesting that they're still negotiating, through the end, past the end of the year.
I mean, TNA had to be begging them to say something, like do something, because our fans are fucking, now is Bully Ray gone? What's up with that? Because that's huge.
A weird situation too, right? I mean, and you would think that he would go to WWE immediately. They would.
Well, you've always heard that they don't like him. You've always heard there's this weird thing because he's a dick, But he's really done a lot to get over this last year, and I would like to see him on the main stage as Bully Ray. I'd like to see it because I don't like
Bully Ray.
I don't like Booker Man, Steve Austin, Bully Ray. I don't like this version of you. I don't like the beer swagging. I'm over. I don't like it. I don't like it.
He was the best heel in the business.
It was so good. It was so good. And he's still good. And he's in great shape. And when he's in the ring, he's perfect. I'm not kidding. He's perfect. But he's better than TNA, so I could see if he is going there. WWE's fun right now, man. I'm sorry to be such a mark. I've done something great as far as getting this network, and that's why I can't believe people aren't buying this and keeping this. I watch so much wrestling now.
I'll tell you what. Adrian hates that I got the WWE network. She won't admit that. Maybe she will admit that, but yeah, she'll admit it. She hates that.
Well, you know what?
I'm addicted.
Sit down and watch it with him. Over time, you'll get into it too if you just watch it. It's like any garbage TV. It's just like Bad Girls Club or any other shit.
She has Teen Mom 2. I have 1994 Monday Night Raw.
Exactly. That's why they invented iPads, so you can watch them both at the same time. It's pretty simple. So.
Right.
But anyway, amazing stuff. So
SummerSlam was good, man. I didn't watch all of SummerSlam, but I watched significant pieces of SummerSlam. I watched the first couple of matches. I did tune out right at the beginning of Jack Swagger and Rusev because I don't care.
I love Rusev though, man. I just love this guy. I'm so into him.
Yeah, I don't like Jack Swagger, so I didn't really have any interest in that. I tuned out for a few minutes, then came back for AJ and Paige, which I thought was really good. I don't fully understand who's the heel and who's the babyface in that feud, but
They're doing it on purpose, though. That's just it.
to blur the lines, I guess. It's weird and it's confusing to the fans because they don't know who to cheer for, so they just kind of cheer for both. So it was weird, but I thought the wrestling itself was good. The finish was awesome. The way that she turned
I've been watching her since NXT, and they brought her up wrong, and she was kind of not over. And then what they've done in this angle is they've done a great job. If you've seen her from beginning to end, they've rubbed the AJ character into her, so AJ can go away now for a while. I believe the rumors that she is going away to start a family, and they've given everything she kind of had to Paige, and Paige wasn't really getting over now, and now she is. So what they've done, they did really well, and that was that was a big match, and I think it paid off in the right way, and it's going to do what they meant to do. Like, I'm watching wrestling different now, man. I'm watching it like anything they're putting in front of me, I'm like, okay, let's see what you're going to do with it. And I want to sit back and I want to watch it, but I know I have to watch all of it, and that's the hard part. But I'm watching it, and what's on TV is good. This Rusev and Lana character, people can say whatever they want about it, but dude, it's the best stuff they've put on TV in a long time for a brand new character. Come on, man. That Lana chick is so talented. She's so good.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I'll be honest. I'm a little ignorant on Rusev. Haven't watched a whole lot of them. I don't watch their weekly television. I just so happen to be sitting on my couch with nothing else to watch on Sunday, so I tuned into SummerSlam. I did really want to see Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a lumberjack.
Amazing chain of matches. Amazing.
Unbelievable. I didn't see Monday night with the Falls Count Anywhere match, but I heard that was excellent. I'll tell you what, the lumberjack match at SummerSlam, I would say, just off the top of my head, I don't know that I've ever seen a more entertaining lumberjack match ever. I mean, that's there's not a whole lot to choose from there, and the lumberjack match isn't necessarily all that exciting, but they found a way to make a lumberjack match exciting. That whole spot where they included all of the guys around the ring, and kind of the chaos of it all, where even the guys couldn't contain them, and they were spilling into the crowd, and the lumberjacks were chasing after them. Then they finally get Seth Rollins, and all of them have them together, and they do that awesome spot where Ambrose gets on the top rope and jumps down on top of them all, and it's just that cool. And then he's kind of sitting in all the middle of them like he created all this chaos. It was just an unbelievably fun match. And then the main event, man, I mean, amazing.
I've watched it 4 times, and I hate to say that, but I've had some time in the car, and I watched it 4 times so far. It's epic.
Yeah, there are literally two offensive maneuvers from John Cena in the entire match. He throws a couple of punches at Brock Lesnar's stomach. I don't really count those. And like the futile punches to the stomach.
Rewind a couple years ago and think what they had on TV and where they're at now and what they have coming up. Like, it's so promising. Everybody just start watching. Just enjoy it and watch it, because in the next few years this business is going to shift in a better spot because everybody's there now. Everybody. It's amazing.
Let me ask you about this, the booking aspect of that main event. A lot of people, I think you and I agree with how they booked it, but let's dive a little bit deeper into that and what the conversation must have been like. You mentioned in a text message to me that whoever agented the match should get $1 million bonus, and I started thinking, who did agent that match? And I can only think that it was Triple H. Triple H and Vince McMahon basically agented that match and said, here's what we're going to do.
Anderson? I mean, was it Jamie Noble? I mean, there's like these guys now that are in trusted positions, and there's guys that don't crawl. Like, it's a real corporation now. It isn't just like in a locker room, a guy sitting around a couch talking wrestling. Like, it's a different thing now. So who knows?
But this is a major decision, and also
did Paul Heyman put it together? Did Paul Heyman put the whole match together? I mean, that's what I mean. Like, we'll find out. Trust me, somebody is going to tie their name to this very soon.
Yeah. What I think is amazing is that they have spent so much time making John Cena look totally invincible. He has overcome the biggest of odds, and to book him like that, to be just decimated in that fashion. I mean, The Undertaker fared better than John Cena.
But don't you see that that's the point, and that's what pro wrestling is. That's what you can do with pro wrestling. You get a guy so much to the point where people go, there's no way this is going to happen, and then you make it happen, and you devastate him. And what they did is, which is awesome, he beat The Undertaker. Whether it was the worst match or the best match, it doesn't make a difference, right? He beats the fucking Undertaker, and then he comes back, and he completely annihilates what you know and what you hate about John Cena. Smashed him to fucking complete pieces and pinned him right in the middle of the ring with no resistance whatsoever. Okay? That is the greatest. That is the greatest storytelling on the planet. That's why people are like, oh, Roman Reigns in WrestleMania. Like, no, I'm saying if I'm them, Brock Lesnar never loses this title. You make history now. You make a guy beat The Undertaker and he went on a 5-year undefeated. If this guy can wrestle for another 10 years.
Break Bruno Sammartino's record and shit.
As long as you can keep this guy doing the schedule and keeping him doing these kind of matches, you just do this till he can't do it anymore. If you're going to WrestleMania 31, you wasted your time and money and effort.
It certainly is this. When you look at the way that they booked that match, they certainly said Vince McMahon and Triple H, those are the guys that are making the big decisions. Ultimately, it comes down to them how they wanted that match to go. They could have made John Cena look somewhat strong or even or whatever had it be a regular match, but for them to decide to book it in the fashion that they did, which was such a one-sided squash of your biggest superstar who you have made invincible, they are definitely saying all our eggs are completely in the Brock Lesnar basket at this point.
So this upcoming match in 3 weeks from now, whatever it is, why are they wrestling each other again right now?
I don't understand that either. It makes no sense. How does John Cena earn a rematch? Was it a fluke that he got his ass beat for 20 minutes?
But it's almost just like, so what's the match now? Does he come back and there's a better match? They're more competitive now? What does that do?
That then it adds to that whole confusing of what are they thinking?
Does he come back and does he do the same thing again?
I hope so. What more could you do?
No, I just mean like maybe
what else could you do?
In there and he picks a different slam and slams him 16 more times, maybe a 17th time and pins him again.
Right. I hope that's the case.
The worst thing to do is they have a competitive match and they go back and forth and maybe even John Cena wins.
Right. Like that, but doesn't it almost scare you that that's what they could possibly do? Like you could see them doing that.
I want to go out on a limb and say they're going to do it because usually whatever I say doesn't ever happen. So I want to say it so that this doesn't happen because this would be the worst case scenario. But here's the deal, man, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face because I was a hater of the guy for a long time. Triple H is on fire. He's on
really
fire.
is.
He's done all the right things, and you could tell he's still restricted a little bit. When that man dies, when Vince goes, when he finally is gone, you're going to see a very different machine, I think, because Triple H likes 1995 WWE or WWF. He likes that time frame, and he's doing it now in the right way, and they are stacked in NXT. Stacked.
Man, there was a picture today that got sent that got tweeted out by I think Fergal DeWitt, and it was Kenta, Dan Gable's grandson, who's
what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. U.S. Olympic wrestler Dan Gable's grandson is in the developmental center. It was Kenta, the Gable kid. Oh God, who was that was Fergal DeWitt, and who's the other big sign that they've had recently?
Steen.
Oh no, it was Sami Zayn. It was Generico. But yeah, not Steen. But yeah, someone said the only thing missing is Steen. But I mean, yeah, they are loaded down there. There's so much talent that the guys like Randy Orton and those, they have to be worried. They have to be worried about their spot because there are some young, hungry guys that are truly talented. And guys like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins coming to the main roster and getting as over as they are is only helping the cause of guys like Pac and guys like, even though I'm not a huge fan, but you can't deny the character of Tyler Breeze. That guy's got a TV-ready character.
Here's the thing. Maybe just like you don't watch each week, do you, or do you watch NXT?
I don't watch NXT each week.
Yeah, because like the difference is, if you did, I think you would like all these guys because they're doing all the right things, and when they get in the ring, their characters don't stop. Like,
right.
They're perfect. Like that's what I mean. Like there's no one really weird. Like this. There's a guy named Bull Dempsey who's like a Taz guy.
Yeah, we watched his debut, and we weren't all that excited about him. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they push him like he's a machine, and I'm just like, this guy should be pumping my fucking gas. Now I like that he's not like everybody else, but I don't like the gimmick. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit at all. So
no, and I can't wait. You have to think that Sami Callihan's character is going to be debuting soon. He's right. He's been there long enough now. Kalisto, that guy's going to be a star. All they gotta do is give him an opportunity. That's all that guy needs to do is have a match with Claudio on SmackDown, and he'll sell so much merchandise they won't know what to do with him.
I know.
There's just tons of guys. Bo Dallas, I got no time for you. No.
I'm telling you right now, if I went in and I just clipped you after Takeover, like the first 5 fucking weeks of TV into how he came into here, you would be a fan because it's organic. It's so organic, and what he's doing is so genuine, and it's nothing having to do. It's just it turned me into a fan because I watched it, and I'm telling you right now, I've watched hours of wrestling with you, and you would be thoroughly entertained by how Bo Leave started and the whole thing behind him started, because before Takeover, I couldn't stand him.
I don't like his wrestling, man. I don't like it.
I couldn't stand him, and he just did all the right things, and now I'm thoroughly entertained by him. And here's the deal. I love how people are like, oh, the push of him is over, and Vince McMahon's burying him. Like, that stuff's such rumor mill stuff. Like, that's like the word. Like, how does anybody know that? No one knows. Right. He's still on TV. You know what burying a guy is? Letting him go. They buried Matt Sydal. He's gone. Like, right. When you're like I love when people are like, they bury Heath Slater. Like, the dude's been on TV for like 7 years now. Like, how are they burying him?
Right. I guarantee you Heath Slater has no fucking problem with where his spot is right now.
No. Not
after he saw all the guys that he was teaming with get released in the last round of the releases. The fact that he's on the roster, he is goddamn excited. You could believe that.
Hey, let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah, look at that.
Here, I'm gonna freeze it up here. What do you think about that? Crazy, huh? That's Jim Fannin.
That's incredible, man. Like, on a level, he looks like a wrestler. Like, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but
I have another one here somewhere. I know I sent you. Maybe it's too long.
No, that was just the one that you sent me. I've only seen that one picture of him. So
no, I sent you the other one where he's coming to the ring. Remember?
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, that was the first photo I sent you. Was here. Look, it's Jim Fannin, and then now I sent you one with the belt. Hey, can I tell you a secret?
Absolutely.
That's not Jim Fannin.
Oh, no kidding. All right.
It looks just like him, though, doesn't it?
It looks like it could be Jim Fannin if he grew a beard and had been in seclusion working out for like a minute. It could be Jim Fannin. You're right. Absolutely.
Because I sent you the first one, and I just wrote I wrote Jim Fannin LOL or whatever I wrote, you know, and you came back like, I can't believe it's Jim Fannin, and so I'm like, I'm gonna keep going with it, and then I forgot about it. I completely forgot about it, and then I'm scrolling. It's just some guy, and I'm friends with him. I don't even know his name. So
Jim Fannin is not wrestling.
No, he's not. That was a rib.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, and I was scrolling through my wall the other day, and I saw him come up again, and I'm like, yes, it's been so long. I'm gonna see if he still falls for it. So I sent it to you again, and you're like, God damn it! What? He looks just like a wrestler. Like what? Yeah. So I figure it's enough time to let it out. Yeah, it's just some guy. I think he's from North Carolina. So. You for sure thought it was Jim Fannin, no?
I swear to God, 100% thought it was Jim Fannin. Why would I not believe that? Jim Fannin would totally do something like that too. He would totally have walked away and like spent time training and growing a beard to look like a professional wrestler. I could see Jim Fannin doing that. Well, 100%. Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
That's good, man. You got me good on that one because I was like, I can't. Because John Calvin, that guy was even making jokes about how come he didn't wrestle in that three-way then. Like, why didn't he wrestle in Ian's retirement match? If Ian was going to have a retirement match and Jim Fannin was wrestling, there's no way that they would not be in the same match together.
You know, I recently watched. It's so funny that I was watching the DVD of Ian's retirement show. Like when I moved, I had no cable, right? So you walk over to the DVD box. There's 2 or 3 DVDs on top. You pick them up. You're like, nah, I'll take this one, right? So I set it down, and it's Ian's retirement. And then you send me literally the next day. You send me Ian Rotten's retire, or guess who he's retiring, or whatever we were going back and forth about. And that's when I had the DVD and I snapped a photo and sent it to you. Like, yeah, I thought I already saw this 7 years ago in 2007 when he retired or whenever the fuck it was, right? But I'm listening to the commentary, and Jim Fannon's just burying everybody, like burying you. He's the commentator. He spent no time teaching you the business, and you know it takes a lot to teach. No one can work with me. I'm Jim Fannin. I'm thinking like, no one ever said you were really good at. I don't ever remember people being like, wow, Jim Fannin on commentary. It was always Dave Prazak. I don't ever remember the years of people marking out for Jim Fannin. Did I miss something, Ben?
No, you didn't. No, he is a perfect example of a person that thinks he is way cooler and way more important than he really is.
Did we ever tell the fucking Jim Fannin story here about him coming to the hotel room?
I think we have, but it bears repeating. we were in Indianapolis. We were in Plainfield, I believe, Indiana, and we were at the hotel.
Who's we? Tell him who we is.
If I remember correctly, it was obviously me, you, Paulie, Brandon, whatever his name is, Sal. Sal.
It was our car.
Right, and then we were also hanging out with Scotty Vortex and Drake Younger, and I think it was just the two of them, and then also Ian and Mickey, and we were all hanging out in the hotel room, and we were having a good time, and Jim Fannin comes in. He had been by himself. I don't know where he was.
By the way, we're all smoking blunts at this point. So
Yeah.
like everyone's having a good time. And just to kind of give everybody a little 411 on Jim Fanning, he's an outsider to the locker room. Like there's certain guys that he's friends with and stuff. He's not a bad guy. He's just so distant. Like he always comes off like he's better than you. And
He's standoffish.
He's standoffish. And I don't think he thinks that he's better than you. I just think that's how he comes off to a lot of people. So people are like, oh, fuck that guy, right?
Right, which plays into the story because he
Right.
walks in, and the room is filled with smoke, and he's just standing there, and he's like annoyed by all the smoke, and he's just kind of standing there, and he's like waiting, like he's obviously sharing a room with Ian or something. He was trying to figure out what he wanted to do, and we were like, well, someone said, well, what were you up to, Jim? What were you doing? And he's like, I was at Denny's, and I was, if I remember the story correctly, he said he was sitting there, and like a cop or something walked in. Was it a cop, if I remember correctly?
No, he was by himself, and we asked him, was there anybody else there or something else, and he said there was a couple cops. So then somebody else said to him, like, well, why didn't you sit with the cops? Like, I think they were just busting his balls about why he ate by himself, right?
Right.
And the punchline to the whole thing is his reaction back to whatever the paraphrase statement we just made is. He says, well, doesn't he say like this face, or I'm not really a guy?
If I remember the quote correctly, he goes, I don't exactly give off a come sit down and talk to me vibe.
I think that's right. And that's from that point forward, we were just like, that is Jim Fannin.
That's Jim Fannin. He knows he gives off that vibe, and he likes that he gives off that vibe. He doesn't want to be friends with everybody.
Right. Hold on, my microphone fell apart. Yeah, and then
technical difficulties.
By the way, Jerome Jenkins has this for Jim Fannin.
Today ain't your day.
It usually isn't his day, but he's like a happy guy, not married. Doesn't he do well in life? Did I hear that correctly?
I am not friends with Jim Fannin. I don't know. He never liked me.
I've heard through the grapevine.
Yeah, so. All of them. Mickey Knuckles, she refuses to be friends with me. Ian, DAZN does after we attacked his religion, I think it was, or what was it, or something. What was
it was 9/11, then our like third show or something.
Yeah, he didn't agree.
You know what? Because the first two shows we shit on him for not paying the boys. Remember, he fucked C-Man out of some money, and right. I brought it up a couple weeks, and then he was like, "Oh, I always pay the second night," and he didn't, and C-Man got fucked, and I brought it up, and then the next show was 9/11, and he thinks it's box cutters and terrorism and stuff, and I can't get my head around that, and he hates us, so there you go.
So yeah, we are. Well, while we were once very close to the Rotten clan, I am very glad that we have put lots of distance between us.
I will say it, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. There's a lot of things I really love about Ian Rotten, man, and really enjoy about him, and learned a lot from him, and enjoyed being a part of IWA. I feel I got the last shot IWA had. There may have been a couple guys that got stuff, but look at the time, like Jason Hayes was champion. No one used him because of it. Right. I think we were like the last crew, us and like Ricochet, Chuck Taylor, we kind of all were in that same little group. Josh Abercrombie. All those guys were like the last kind of guys that got anything from the IWA rub,
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Some of the coolest experiences of my life are because of Ian Rotten. I mean, I got to do commentary on 2 matches with Harley fucking Race.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. That blows my mind to this day that I was able to do that. Or just to be in a hotel room and be able to have conversations that we've had with guys like Too Cold Scorpio. I've learned more in 4 extended conversations I've had with Scorpio, 3 times being in hotel rooms when he came in for IWA, and then 1 time out back of the ECW arena with Joey Mercury, where we just sat there and listened to the 2 of them talk business and just kept our mouths shut and listened to those 2 talk, and they were more than happy to tell us all about what they had an audience, and they were happy to do it. Those conversations. I learned more about the wrestling business and and the art of professional wrestling and what it, those conversations Ian Rotten I can't say enough about the opportunities he gave me, but You can't defend him. There comes a time when there's no more defending him, and I think
Well, you
we
know
got
what,
to
man?
that
I
point a
think
long
you
time ago.
distance yourself from wrestling, man. And I was telling, I posted. Oh shit! Sorry. Wow. Holy cow! I posted. That scared the shit out of me. I posted. I hope that was a good camera shot. Wow, that scared the ever living shit out of me. What were we talking about? I lost my train of thought completely.
Ian Rotten. We were talking about Ian Rotten.
I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah. Oh, I don't remember. We were going somewhere. At the end of the day, man, I think it's too bad that IWA can't be what they were and can't have that opportunity to give guys opportunity, because man,
The landscape has changed now, man. If you want an opportunity, you got to go. You got to get an Evolve and
you know
Dragons.
what? I don't know, man. I just had this conversation with Nick Cutler again for like the last time now, and I just told him this time, I go, what do you have going on? You have a job and you hate it. Okay, good. He's not with his girl anymore. He was married. He's got a divorce now, right? So now it's him and his fucking dog. I said, stop asking me questions. Move to Harley Race. I can't tell you any more than that. Sell everything. If you don't sell everything, fucking leave it. Start over. You have nothing anyways. Get your fucking dog, get a place, and move to Eldon, Missouri, or wherever the fuck they move to now. And then he starts telling me all these other things, and I was like, stop it, narrow focus. This is all you got to look for. I don't want to. That's what happens with these indie guys. They just sit there and they fucking think about all these things that make them no fucking money and makes them no further where they're at right now. Stop thinking if you got in this for the money and you're not doing it the right way, you're not going to do it. Get the fuck out of here. Make money doing it. You can make a ton of money wrestling, and there's nothing better than wrestling for 10 minutes and getting like $300. There's nothing fucking better. And now think about WWE getting like a $10,000 fucking back end check. Or you can do it for $20, dude. I asked Cutler about your fucking boy Tony Scarpone. I said, so Big Show, you were in a premiere match. Did you get paid more? No, you fucking idiot. Why not?
Right, because you got worked.
Yeah. So has he paid you yet?
No, I'm going to reserve. And now, like, I've sent him a couple messages and he hasn't responded to me.
What was the last? When was the last time he paid you?
3 months ago.
How much does he owe? Okay, the total amount was what? How much for the ring?
$3,000.
Okay.
I think if I have to go back through all, because I have saved every single message that I've had with him.
Okay.
If I go back and add it up, I believe the amount still owed is somewhere around $1,200.
Okay, so he has paid you money though. He has given you money, and you guys have a system of how to get it to you in an easy way.
Yes. He PayPal's and the whole thing. He's paid me 4 or 5 times.
Okay, cool. That's good.
But this has been over almost 2 years now.
Enough's enough.
Right. It's definitely been over a year and a half since he bought the ring from me. And I hit him up the day after.
Hold on. I'll tell you this much. I was working as a driver's ed instructor at this point because I had to run home to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 2012. I've
only been here a year and a half.
Okay, but like the midsummer of 2012 is when we went and got that ring.
Right, but we didn't sell it to him because I was down here when we sold it to him.
Okay, right, but how long? Oh, I guess how long did it sit in my fucking garage?
A while, about a year probably. A while, and then.
Sorry, man, I'm not thinking right.
No, that's cool, and I'm trying to be patient with him because there was a time where I blasted him on Facebook and because he wasn't returning my calls, he wasn't returning my texts, he wasn't returning my messages, and I blasted him on Facebook, and then he was like, "Oh man, come on, take it down, and I'll pay you, I'll give you this amount of money, and blah blah blah," and that he was consistent for the first 2 months. Then it was a couple of months, then I got another payment, and that was 3 months ago when I got my last payment. And I've tried to be patient, man. I've tried to be patient, and then I see pictures of him drawing, what was it, almost 2,000 people or over 2,000 people.
I heard 1,750 for the final number from Joe. I think that's probably. I haven't seen photos, but that's still an amazing draw. It absolutely.
Right.
But where's the money?
You absolutely made money on that show. I know you had an investor who invested a lot of money into all those names that you brought in. So I understand that a lot of right off the top is going to go to your investor. But I just reached out to him and said, "Hey man, congratulations on the big draw."
Let me ask you a question. Wouldn't an investor want to know that he has some outstanding debt?
That's what I'm trying to say.
And then you go to the investor and you go, "Look, this next investment I need from you, this has nothing to do with the show, but I want to clear this debt."
Right.
I owe $1,200, which is nothing, dude. That's nothing to somebody that has money. $1,200 is fucking piss. Oh,
Exactly.
this will get you current. Okay, well, why don't we do this, this, and this? Like, there's a guy that has money has no problem doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I hit him up the day after his show and just said, hey, congratulations. I just wanted to say, I know you made money on this show, and I'd like to be at the top of the list, and I'd like to get a large chunk, if not all, of what I'm owed. Because I know that there's no way you don't have it after this. And he said, no, I assure you, you're on the list. And I was like, all right, man, no problem. And then I hit him up.
When was this show, though? What was the date of this show?
What was it last Saturday? This last Saturday, right? No, 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah, so it's been over a week at this point, no?
Right. So yeah, so it's been over a week. I hit him up again yesterday. He didn't respond. Then I just hit him up again today, and he didn't respond again.
See, man,
so
that's just
my patience running very thin. I hit up somebody that's very close to him in the Blitz family, a good friend of mine, and said, hey, man, if you talk to Scarpone, let him know that I'd like to speak with him. I'm not getting any response from my messages, and I'd like to get my money. And this person said, wait, he didn't pay you yet? And I explained to him no, and he said, well, yeah, you know what? He said the same thing to me. Hey, I'll get with you in the next couple of days. And then all of a sudden he went out of town. And so this person is also owed money, and they had a significant hand in this show and running this show and organizing this show. And they haven't been paid their money either, and he's off vacationing somewhere apparently. So
look, dude, all of that is good. Are we still live? Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, it just still says live.
My screen fucking got all weird here, and I lost you. I can't see you anymore. Hold on.
It still says.
Oh, there you are. I got you. Okay, no. Yeah, no. Sorry, man. I had some technical difficulties on this side here. So
yeah. So I'm still like, I know I'm out of sight, out of mind. So it's easy for him to just brush me off. And no
why
one
do you got to chase people around though? And here's the deal. Like, isn't it as simple as like, just once in a while saying, hey, Ben, here's $100, and just like putting $100 in the PayPal and sending it through and just going, look, I know this is bullshit, but this is just so you don't worry another week. Here's $100.
Here's the thing. We were already at that point.
No, I fully understand. I'm just talking about people in general. Why don't people think that way as business people? It's just insane, man.
And then what's even more insulting is seeing him post pictures of him being on vacation and
That's
going to
insane.
Las Vegas and doing this and doing that and putting on these big shows and bringing in every talent under the sun. And I just like, come on, man. Like, you could have me out of your life. The headache could be over. You would never have to hear from me again. I would disappear. Tony Scarpone would never have to hear from me ever again in his life if he just pay me off and let me go away.
Right.
But for whatever reason, he thinks I'm just going to go away. I'm going to stop asking for it.
It's bullshit.
It's disappointing, man.
I always like Tony too, and then he always has to give the excuse of, well, I'm trying. Like, dude, stop it. Stop crying poor.
Because I'll be honest with you, man. If Jim Blaze had bought my ring, I know I would have been paid off by now. I feel that way. I think
Jim. You can say whatever they want about that guy, but he is no bullshit. If he tells you one, shakes your fucking hand, he does it 100% of the way, and you're 100% satisfied at the end of the day. I've done multiple little things with him for the last, say, 15 years, and he's always on point, always on fucking point.
Yeah. So there are guys that are, I may not agree with everything they do or what their vision of professional wrestling is, but as a businessman, and a guy that's in the business of professional wrestling, I cannot fault Jim Blaze. So a guy like him, I wish I would have done business with him, because I would have been done with this a year ago, and we wouldn't be having this conversation now. He's starting. The ring that they're using, the ring that they bought is now going to be the ring that they're using for this new Blitz domain.
Oh, good.
That Danny Dominion is part of. This is their new training school. So they're going to start getting use out of the ring. Before it was just sitting there not being used. Now they're going to get use out of
what? It doesn't matter.
I agree.
It's fucking money, man.
Yeah,
I don't want to hate these guys. I love Danny Dominion. I like Tony, man. I like Blitz. I like everything about the place. I like everybody that's involved. I like everything about it. Just pay your fucking debts. I want to like you. Pay your fucking debts.
Right now, I want to put you over for drawing 1,700 people in Chicago and putting out what all by all the counts and by all the pictures and stuff I saw was a first class independent show. You know?
And then and people want to brag about it, and I want to shit on it, but I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, But you're fucking my friend over, man. Pay him the money, Just pay him the money, It's nothing more, nothing less. And anybody that feels any different would be no different if it was owed to them. Nobody.
Yeah, that's the thing is that people are they don't want to get involved, but it's like, man, at what point can you just stand by and say, I'm gonna let this guy fuck my friend over? But I don't want to talk about it.
So Ben, here's the deal. I got this thing. 9/11. Oh, hold on. 9/11 is coming up. 9/11 is right around the corner. You believe that already?
Yes.
13th anniversary is coming up of it. So I heard this clip recently, and I've kind of ignored 9/11 the last couple of years. You know what's weird? Ever since we had Dylan Avery on, I just kind of got my fill. I just went, okay, I'm going to kind of. I think I believe more what he's saying, where it's just kind of like the movement's kind of over. Like to hear him say that was kind of weird to me because. It's not that it's over, and it's not that you got to look past it, or it's not that you don't have to keep following it, whatnot. But it's kind of turned into a gimmick now with some people, and now it's like all this other nonsense goes. So I still watch a lot of it, but this is the first thing I've heard now. This is a Representative Massey speaks at press conference regarding 9/11 documents. Okay, and it's just a couple-minute clip. It's not long, but it's really interesting to spark some conversation. Okay, Ben?
All right, cool.
This information. It's been a decade, over a decade, 13 years since this event happened. And we've had a narrative in the media and in the press and in the collective American conscience of what happened that day. But I don't think it's fully informed, and it won't be fully informed until everybody gets to see these 28 pages. And just to echo what Congressman Lynch said, I'm here for the families, but I'm also here for our country to look forward. We have to decide how to prevent another 9/11 type event from happening. Until you have the full picture of what actually happened, the intelligence picture, how can you participate in that debate? How can we know that what we do will prevent another 9/11 from happening? And how can we know that some of the things that maybe we would otherwise endeavor to do might be overreactions? So also I want to talk about the experience of sitting down and reading these 28 pages. It's in a room where it's soundproof and you're escorted in there and you're escorted out and there are no notes. But this is something that's sort of shocking when you read it. As I read it, we all had our own experience. I had to stop every couple pages and just sort of absorb and try to rearrange my understanding of history for the past 13 years and the years leading up to that. It challenges you to rethink everything. And so I think the whole country needs to go through that. It's going to be difficult and it could be embarrassing, but that is no reason to keep the truth from the American people. I want to finish with two challenges. I want to challenge all the congressmen who have not read these 28 pages, who have the ability to go read these 28 pages, to do it for your constituents. There are 435 districts in this country. Every congressman needs to see these 28 pages. Then I challenge them to co-sponsor Congressman Jones and Congressman Lynch's bill like I have. And finally, the final challenge I want to issue is to those who would keep these pages secret. You need to have your own press conference. You need to be held to a standard to answer the questions. Why do you want to keep these 28 pages secret? In my estimation, as shocking as the 28 pages are, and as much as they sort of rearrange my understanding of what happened, I don't think it would hurt our national security to release this, and it would give families the answers they deserve as well. Thank you very much.
That's fucking
What the fuck was he talking about?
Right. Why? Yeah. What are these 28 pages? I mean, this is a guy. This is an elected official who describes that there was a room, a soundproof room that you are escorted into, allowed to read these 28 pages of the 9/11 report. No notes, no nothing, escorted out of that fucking room, and this guy, by his description, I mean his own words, there it is. It changes everything he thought about what happened on that day.
And
what the fuck is in the 28 pages?
Just think about it. What he thought about that day, though, you have to assume is the official story, right? You can't think like here's the deal. If I made that same statement, you would be like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, right.
I think the other side. So the weird part is I don't know what his opinion is, but I have to think because he's this
Either
guy.
way, though, it's impressive because either way, even if
Either
it
way.
was you,
Either
and you
way.
came out saying it, it would be interesting because what would change your thinking on it, right? But even if it's someone that believes the official story the same way, it's important because it changes that person's perspective too. Like, either way, I want to know what's in those 28 pages.
How about this? Because we've always said it's never going to happen. Will we get answers one day?
I think there will be enough once more people figure out that those 28 pages exist. I think in our lifetime, yes, because the old guard will eventually die out.
And not only that, like it's not the Kennedy thing, right? Where there's a couple camera shots and bad everything. This happened in a modern era, and they're lucky it didn't happen 2 or 3 years later when cell phones got cameras on them. That was the game changer.
Yeah. Could you imagine if everyone had cell phone cameras at the time?
Man, it would have been oh my God! Like if it happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Tomorrow morning, right?
People would be in the building recording bombs going off.
Oh
you know
my
what
God!
I mean? We'd hear that. All the reports you hear about people saying it.
They would be
hear it.
Twittering. They would be Facebooking. They would be social networking, Instagramming to death of what was going on and smoke. And then, oh my dude, it would be, oh my God, oh my God.
You would have people taking pictures out a window before and saying, "I'm gonna jump out of this bitch because there's nothing more I have left to do." You'd have people Instagramming those pictures like for posterity.
It's so crazy, man. I never really wanted to be right about any of this stuff that I was talking about, man. But talk about a fucking. I was on it like from like 2002ish, 2003. I was getting curious, and then 2004 I kind of dove like feet first in and got kind of who is this and who are that and learned names of this and that. And I remember talking to people about this, man. What a fucking journey, man. It's so weird because now these people are saying things like, I'm getting rid of this Facebook app. This Facebook app is terrible. Like, if you have an Android or Apple phone, if you have any kind of phone or any device in your home that's tied to any kind of Wi-Fi of any kind and it's plugged in, whether it's on or off, you're being monitored.
And on some level, right.
You're
and
being
it's been going on for way longer than you realize.
So don't delete the Facebook Messenger. You're going to be okay there. Don't worry about that.
Right, because if they really want to take pictures off of your phone, they'll do it. They got it. It's already too late.
And by the way,
understand every app you download, if you were to look in the terms of disclosure, it says the same thing.
Yeah, it's just it's overreaction. I do want to put this out there, U.S. government. Go after my brother, Paulie and Brandon.
Paulie, Brandon, whatever.
Go after him for sending shit photos. I'm about ready to just delete him out of my phone. Hit me up on Facebook, Brandon. I'm at the point now where I just you want to email me back and forth, we'll go back on Facebook, but I don't need your phone number anymore. I don't need it.
How about it, dude? It's out of control.
It's
every day. It's every day. Like the joke is no longer a joke.
Right, like it's funny when you do it so sporadic that I'm not ready for it. But just to like get him every single day, it's just like, all right, dude, I get it. You shit like go do something better with your day. And I'm sure he's laughing his ass off at this, but it's not really meant to be funny. It's just like spend some more time doing something else.
Right. He would react to this by saying, "I'm getting the reaction out of you guys. This is what I do it for."
I'll say it now because I don't like to give the reaction to it because I agree with it, but I just think it's it's like it's not funny when it's over and over and over again. Like the ribs on you because it's just like, okay, Brandon, way to go. Like the minute I see a group message, I don't even open it. I just delete it. I don't even.
I was on this tip a year ago. Yeah. I've been talking about this for a long time.
The difference is though, if I don't do it that often, but if I do it and I can do it a couple different ways. Okay, it's not any funnier, but it's funnier, right? But just to get them every single day, there's no joke.
Right.
It's just, okay,
all we are is getting tapped into your shitting habits, and quite frankly, it's frightening. What the hell is going on in your body is what I want to know. Because every shit is worse or different in some way. He never has a regular shit ever.
So let's
body's a nightmare.
Let's kind of finish that off for a second. So when will that be released? When will the public have this information, or how does the public get this information? What's the next step?
I'm telling you, it's going to have to be enough people enough elected officials that that feel the same as this guy. and they're able to push it through to get this stuff declassified. It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
We have to wait for the old guard to die off and fill it more and more with
This is the problem. If you actually go and listen to it, how do you come out and go, nope, I'm not part of this? How do you come out and go, I'm gonna keep towing this line?
Right. Yeah, it's.
Dude, do you realize what this will happen? What will change about this world? If you want a revolution, tell everybody 9/11 was bullshit. You want a fucking revolution?
Right. Yeah.
That's scary. That's really scary to think about when you think about it, Ben.
There's a lot of people, man. For instance, Texas Ted. It would blow that motherfucker's mind to then have it revealed to him that.
Wait. Like this?
Yes, exactly like that. His head would explode to know that 9/11 was the way that people like you and I see it, and not the way.
Let's not even say it like that. Let's just say it's not his way.
Right. It's not the way that it was presented and you took at face value.
Yeah, I mean, the hijackers, with all the nonsense.
It starts with one question. And if you can answer this question, then I have no other issues. Building 7, how did it fall?
I know.
That's all I want to know.
And dude, there's I'm going to try to find it right now. There's that amazing photo of people are like, oh, falling debris, right, is what they always say about Building 7, right?
Is that what they say? Because I haven't even heard that as an excuse. Like, you don't even get an excuse on Building 7. They just don't want you to even think about that it even happened. There's been polls that 2/3 of the American public didn't even realize a third building fell down. There are people in this country that don't even know Building 7 fell. They don't know about it.
And then they're also preconditioned to go, oh, you're a tin hat wearing motherfucker.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
you're crazy. Yeah. Why would the government purposely knock down 2 buildings? Well, how about if I can answer that too for you, and I can draw the lines, and I can show you all of why it benefited them to fly 2 planes into a couple of buildings and kill a couple thousand people.
Yeah. So check this out. Check this out. So this is during the collapse. Look at Building 7. Like, it's the only building that's not even affected by anything.
Right.
Just saying.
Right. And then if you just start with Building 7 and the fact that it fell down for no fucking reason, then you take into account that what offices were in Building 7. Then you hear about that, and then you hear about the documents that were taken out of Building 7 days before the building came down.
It's Giuliani's bunker. Mayor Giuliani, the mayor of the Times, bunker for anything tragedy that goes on is in that bunker. So obviously there was buildings falling down, so maybe they did want to whisk them somewhere else, but they had this high-tech stuff that all just disappeared. It just disappeared to dust.
Right. All of it was taken out the day before, or the days leading up to it. So,
you know what, though? At the end of the day, this is all. I just feel, by hearing this, I'm now willing to say, I have no idea what happened, and we're gonna find out. Like, I'm at that point now. If these 28 pages, unless this just disappears and this guy dies, and it just.
But if enough people have seen it, there are more and more people are going to see it, like this guy, this representative. I almost want to run for office just so I can see it.
Just to see it.
I just want to know it.
This world is changing so much, and the internet. We're 2010 was a boom for us. Okay, so we're really only 4 years into the real technological boom. Okay, because that's when everyone started getting, like, the right people started getting, like, touchscreen phones. Right, that's like the start of it. And we're really only 4 years into this. Imagine 25 years from now, there's going to be so much forward-thinking people that are going to drown out everybody else. We're starting to drown them out now. You know, the group of us is getting bigger and bigger, and we proved it with the Ice Bucket Challenge, in a sense. We can say that because just random ass people were doing stuff. So that's kind of cool. So one positive thing about that is to kind of see that. That's why I love the people that still, have the Bischoff theory of 2% of the internet wrestling community is watching wrestling. They don't count. 2%. Like, right. 2%. Think about that for a second. Like, every single person's on the internet. Everybody.
Sure. Let me ask you this. Somebody posted a video earlier today, and I'm wondering what your perspective would be on this. They posted a video where this guy was talking about there was a passage from a book that was written in like 1914 or in the late 1800s, and it was the book was given out in schools, and kids that were 6th and 7th grade read this book, and it was there was a passage, and it was a difficult passage. I mean, a 6 or 7-year-old nowadays probably couldn't wrap their head around what this thing was saying, because the language was even different. But this guy was using this to say that we are dumbing down kids because they don't read at the same level as kids 100 years ago did.
Mm-hmm.
And my initial thought is, I don't know that that's exactly the right example. Now, I don't necessarily not agree that we're dumbing down our children, but I don't think their reading level is a good gauge of their intelligence, because my thing would be give an iPad to a kid from 100 years ago and they wouldn't have any idea what to do with it. A 6 or 7-year-old now probably could tell you more to do with an iPad than an adult could. So that's a different kind of intelligence.
Yeah, this is what it's losing. We're losing, like, I can't spell for shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. But on my phone, I can. So, like, now that I'm sales manager, I stand up in front of the room. I got to write on stuff. I got to write on a board, right? Like, I'm petrified because I don't spell. I need my phone. But on my phone, I punctuate really. Like, you know me, man, and you were one of the guys that smartened me up. Like, you look like a fucking asshole if you can't write on these things and how to write. Even, like, you know, you'd be perfect to punctuate perfect, but you have to punctuate. You can't just fuck around.
I'll give credit where credit is due. Billy Wack, a good friend of mine, once said that you should write the way you want to be heard.
Yes.
You write so when people read it, they hear you speaking it.
Yes.
And so when you read something that's all in lowercase or all in uppercase or no punctuation,
or just runs on, like, come on.
Yeah, or it's just one giant sentence and there's no commas or periods or anything. It's like talking to someone that is just running it all together. You know, and you think less of their intelligence by the way that they write. You can tell a lot of them.
The biggest thing is, like, don't come back and go, fuck off. What do you care? Like, I do.
Grammar police.
Yeah, just fucking learn.
I'm just typing on my phone. No,
Yeah.
and I don't want to hear those excuses. It doesn't excuse not knowing the proper there to use or the proper your to use.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Come on, you know, or where to use a comma properly. You know, there's a lot of things that just are. It reflects on your intelligence the way that you write.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I thought it was interesting. What's your take on that? I mean, obviously I think we both agree that.
Well, this is the thing. I actually I haven't read that article per se, but I've really studied up on this. I've studied up on what Nazi Germany was teaching and doing, and what they were brainwashing people in the history on that, and how we adopted basically the entire thing. Okay, so I know what we did, and by doing that, by dumbing down our public, which we did take people out of making perfect penmanship, and understanding perfect penmanship, and just understanding how the language and how to greet people, and that is a dumbing down. So I have to agree with it. I think I would agree with it wholeheartedly, because I think now that I'm around people that do better in life, and they. Like, I swear a lot on this show, but I really don't kind of swear a lot in my normal day now, unless I'm talking to my buddies, because the people I'm around don't talk that way, you know. Right. So it's just you just kind of go with what you do. So I think if you're talking on a more intelligent level, if you're using bigger words, longer words, better sentences, grammar the right way, I think you are a smarter person. Yes. So I can say it's probably a good thing or a bad thing, but it was a good. I think it was better. Yeah.
I just think children comparing the reading level of children.
Let me tell you this: it starts at home. All of this starts at fucking home. So if you want a genius kid, you can't watch TV while the kid's playing on the floor. You just can't. You got to get down and you got to read to them, because they're hearing how you're reading and they're hearing how you talk. And someone told me, my boy Fremont out in California, when I met him, he helped me out a lot in life. He mentored me a lot during that time in my life. And he had a 3-year-old, and he was 34 himself. And I remember him telling me, "Oh, wait till your 30s, man. Don't have kids till your 30s. Like, in your 20s, just fuck off. Like, whatever you want to do, just fuck off. Spend money, fuck off." You know, and he always had these great opinions. And I'm paraphrasing a lot, but if you knew him, he's a great guy. Anyways, he had a great kid. His 3-year-old kid was awesome, and he talked like an adult, but he was totally respectful. So, like, when he would talk to you, it was never like a goo goo gaga thing. He would just straight up talk to you. And Fremont told me, he goes, "That's because that's how I talk to him." He goes, "I never goo goo gaga him. Do you want this or do you want that?
Right.
You can't have this or you can't have that." And that's how I've been with her. And Jess, my wife, is the same way. And our daughter is totally communicating now. Like, she understands everything. And it's like, dude, it's awesome. Like, 21 months, like 18, 19, 20 months is now, it's like the best time. Like, this is the best time, because she's like a person. She wakes up, she yells for Dada, because I do everything in the morning with her. It's fucking great.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
It's informative. So all these people that are dumb and dumbed down, you can't expect the schools to do everything because our schools suck. So you, as parents, you got to do more.
Right, you get what you pay for with the schools, and we're not paying very well. So.
And you get what you pay for with your time and teaching ability to your kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there we go. Man, we have been rolling so far. No pun intended.
Yeah, pun.
Oh man. So what else you got, man? You got anything else?
I got some random stuff. Do you want me to go through and we can kind of pick it out?
Sure. Yeah. Maybe go for maybe one more thing. We'll go to 10:30 here. Got about another 10 minutes.
Pro wrestling, 5 hipster things your independent wrestling should never do again. And these are great. I think these are fucking.
I think I've read this before too, and yeah, but let's comment on this. Yeah, let's go ahead.
So, number 1, beard gimmicks. I can't agree more. It's gotta go.
Yeah. At this point, it's been done at the highest level. You are no longer allowed to do it. Being the bearded guy, being the friendly underdog babyface bearded guy no longer works. Sorry.
Number 2, ladder matches with regular home use ladders, like 6-foot ladders. I can't agree with.
Right,
look like a big show or don't fucking do it at all is basically the way I always look at it. I got to go to the next page and I have Sprint in my basement, so you got to bear with me. Hold on. Number 3, raffles. Stop doing raffles, which I understand why they do them because they basically steal all the money anyway. But yeah,
right,
stop.
Exactly. You have to understand the gimmick of it, and it is a total work. And that suddenly someone very close to the promoter always happens to win the raffle, and it's understood that they will say that they won, but they do not get anything because the raffle is all staying with the promoter.
Number 4, intergender matches where the woman has to prove herself to the man.
Yeah, this is happening a lot, and like Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae are like Candice LeRae has been in a lot of those types of matches lately, where she's the girl that's trying to show she's tough.
This is the thing. Outside looking in, it never works. So when you're the guy bumping for,
did you see the blade job she did for that guerrilla warfare match, dude?
What's guerrilla warfare?
Dude, it's like Pro Wrestling Guerrillas no disqualification match.
Oh, okay,
So
that's kind of cool.
They did a guerrilla warfare match for the tag titles, and it was Young Bucks against Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae, and she just got like the world. Ric Flair. She had blonde hair. She looked like a female Ric Flair. Her whole face was covered in thick, like it was the Muda crimson mask. It was awesome. And a lot of people were all like, "Oh, that's gross. Why would she do that?"
Good.
Like, it's awesome.
It's going to get her name out there because tons of people are going to look at it. And by the way, coming in at number 5, and this is kind of funny, but I love you, Colt. Sorry, Colt Cabana. It just says Colt Cabana. And it says even CM Punk is tired of waving at this guy.
Yeah, every indie uses Colt Cabana, and because he is like the traveling. The
fact that Phil never got him signed is goddamn ridiculous. It's goddamn ridiculous.
It has to go back to the idea that Dusty Rhodes just simply hates him.
But there's a certain point where that doesn't matter when CM Punk's your buddy, I guess, man. I don't know.
Well, if Dusty Rhodes hates you, that's a pretty big voice.
I think Dusty Rhodes probably hated Punk too, didn't he?
I don't know, but Punk has a guy like Heyman in his corner.
That's I don't know, man. It's so weird. And they're hiring everybody. They started hiring everybody. They hired Kevin Steen. Why is Colt Cabana not hired?
Right.
Like, does he not want to go there? Like, are we just ignorant to this and maybe we're missing something? I mean, what are we missing?
I don't know. Maybe he said on his podcast, I don't know, that whether or not he's interested. Or for even that, TNA. How's TNA never? I mean, or has he turned them down?
I know he's turned them down before. Yeah, like when I know he got blown up because we were in the car with him when not with him at the time, but around the same time when Punk mentioned his name on TV during the pipe bomb deal. TNA called him like that week to come down.
Gotcha.
Always Johnny come fucking lately with those guys.
Oh, of course, they just want to get the rub off of them. But yeah, the Colt Cabana thing doesn't make much sense to me. The Kevin Steen thing doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't see how he is going to.
The one thing I will say is that he's over, and I think anybody that gets over on the indies should get signed. And I think that's a good move. I think the fact that he is as over as he is, whether I like him or not, is a reason to get signed. I think he has a name. I think he brings people to the table. If they do this the right way and they're looking for the internet wrestling community, there's no reason to not pay $9.99 right now and get NXT. There's no reason.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no reason. $9.99 is worth it for I'm telling you, the Raws. I don't have a lot of time to watch wrestling anymore. I just don't.
Yeah.
The time that I do have, I spend watching 1994 Raw.
But I bet you make more time to watch it now too when you weren't watching it really at all. So I mean, that's just what.
It's true. When I'm at my desk at work and I got nothing going on, I throw that shit right on my phone, and I'm sitting at my desk and I'm watching it right there on my phone.
Hey Ben, let me ask you a question, man. Seriously, and you got to be really honest with me, will you? You promise?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you like Dr. Pepper?
I do quite much.
Give me a Dr. Pepper, bitch.